What's up, guys? Today is Thursday, which means it is Update Thursday on Old School RuneScape, and today we have more quality of life improvements as well as the Deadman Permadeath Beta. So let's head right into it. Nothing really huge this week. A couple more, nice quality of life updates, more changes to Rev Cave, surprise, surprise, and they talk about the Deadman Spring Finals a bunch at the beginning here as well. An interesting new feature that I'm going to go over as well. So let's head right into it. So right here we have the Deadman Spring Finals Permadeath playthrough, which is going on, I believe, right now. So by the time this video goes live, it's most likely going to be over. Pretty much last time what they did was they announced a beta for the Deadman Final, so people could test it out, give their feedback so the team would know what to change for the actual final. And they talked about it here as well. So they said right here that the beta playthrough will go through on Thursday, 1st of March at 3 p.m., so 10 a.m. Eastern time. So again, by the time this video is out, that's pretty much going to be completely over. So I'm not really going to talk about this as much since it really doesn't matter anymore. But if you guys want to take a further look at the changes for the Spring Finals, which I'd recommend doing if you guys are participating in the Demo Mode Finals, or you just want to take a look at what's changed, there is a link in the news post, which I will link in the description of this video, to the Spring Finals Demo Mode page. And you guys, if I just click on this, you can see there's a lot of really great changes to this year's finals, so it's going to look really, really good. Coming on the 5th of March, we have a new addition to the logout screen and the World Switcher screen on Old School, and that is a feature that will ask you if you enjoyed playing Old School RuneScape today. Check that out. That's actually sort of weird to see. You can give them a thumbs up or a thumbs down based on, your opinions on Old School RuneScape. So down here they say, we believe Old School has been a success because we take your feedback very seriously and use it to improve the game. This minor change is designed to be as unobtrusive as possible. You don't have to rate your experience, but we believe it's important to give you the option to do so. They see it as another tool in their arsenal, so yeah, they just talk about how this is going to be very, very helpful to them. Again, I'm guessing it's just a thumbs up and a thumbs down, so you don't have to answer this. Obviously, every time you log out, it's just there, and if you see it, you can click the thumbs up or the thumbs down. So this is just them wanting more feedback on whether or not you enjoy Old School. So something really simple, but I guess it'll help them. And here we are back at the Revenant Caves with more changes to everybody's favorite piece of content. I think this time the caves are finally going to stay the way they are. At least I'm hoping they are. I'm going to most likely make a video on the new revs just to see what their GP per hour is now, but they have again made 3 changes to the Rev Caves that I guess they're hoping will equally balance it forever and ever. So the first thing we have is that the statuettes that you get from Revenant, so the rare drops that you can trade to the guy for straight up GP, is no longer protected on death, so you can't just stay there with them in your inventory and have them guaranteed protected on death. They sort of act as the bracelet of Ethereum now, so you always lose it on death no matter what. So once you get one of those drops, you are going to have to teleport out right away to hopefully save it unless you're getting attacked. The magic attack of the Revenants will now target several players at once, so up to 10 players who are on the same tile as the main target will be targeted with the magic attack, which I believe freezes you for a couple seconds. It sort of looks like a barrage is on you, but only lasts a couple seconds. And then finally, the biggest one here is the chances of rolling on the normal loot table have been increased slightly. So the last time they said increased slightly, the chances of getting those drops was increased by quite a bit, to say the least. The GP per hour was rolling in. So I'm guessing by increased slightly, this time they mean that, it's just increased by a tiny bit. You'll be getting the regular drops quite a bit more. So you're going to see videos from me, hopefully, and from other people as well, testing out these new Revenants, seeing if the GP per hour is finally what they pulled it at when they first released it, which I believe is about 2 million GP per hour. So it's going to be interesting to see what people are saying this time. There's probably going to be outcry on social media from people if it's too overpowered, but hopefully this time they finally balanced it out. Unfortunately, today is March 1st, which means that February is over, which means that Quality of Life month has officially ended. Everybody's favorite month for the most part. I mean, not really. There are probably better months in the year, in my opinion. But Quality of Life month is over. I think the Quality of Life updates this year were really, really good for the most part. Some, I guess, controversial changes, but it was all voted on by the community, so everybody voted for it technically. So let's go over the final week of Quality of Life updates. There are still some more coming up in the upcoming weeks, the ones that they didn't have time to work on because of other projects. So you still will see some Quality of Life updates in the next few weeks, but these are the big ones that are going to be ending today. So the first one is that the achievement diary interface has been given a new lick of paint. It looks a lot better now. It now visually shows how many tasks have been completed in each subcategory, so easy, medium, hard, and elite tasks. So for me on my main account, it looks really good because I'm almost done. And then for me on my hardcore, it doesn't look as good because I don't have all of them done. So it's nice though that they show you how many of the tasks you still need to do, which is pretty cool. So shout out to whoever designed that. It looks really, really good. The total level box in the stats interface has been repositioned to be more in line with the rest of the skill boxes. I think I saw this post on Twitter or on the 2007 Escape subreddit, and I was like, really, this is coming, like, why don't they just add it? Why does it have to be? I think it actually got polled by the team, and then, you know, people voted yes for it, and it finally got added. But I'm sure most of you guys never even knew that it wasn't even aligned with the rest of the skill thing. So this actually is now even. I think before the box was actually a bit lower than everything else. So if you guys were, you know, really annoyed at that, it's finally been changed. If you are using the Ancient Spellbook and you try to cast a Wilderness Teleport, there is now a warning that will appear, and this can actually be toggled on and off by right-clicking on the relevant spell. If you have completed the Wildy Hard Diaries, you can actually choose your teleport location with the Wilderness Obelisks, and you will now find that the list of locations is ordered via their Wilderness level. Thank goodness. That was really annoying every time you tried to pick the level you wanted to teleport to. The Revenant Teleport Scroll has finally been changed. Also, thank goodness for this one, because it's really annoying that it teleported you to the southern entrance, since nobody really uses that one. It will now actually teleport you to the northern entrance. I think there was something wrong with the resistance to poison is about to run out message, because there were some complaints about it. Well, they fixed it now. It appears less frequently and in less sporadic locations. This one confuses me very much because I had no idea this was even a thing. It is no longer possible to stack multiple mud pies on the same target to reduce the run energy to 0 in a single game cycle whilst in a single combat area. I did not know this was a thing. I should have looked at the poll. I didn't actually vote in the last one. So apparently, for those of you who are stacking mud pies on one target, you can no longer do that, and their energy can no longer be dropped to 0%. I sort of really want to try that out now that I knew that's a thing. I want to start throwing mud pies at people, man. That seems fun. Additional bank chests have been added to the blast mine to help improve the amount of viable areas to use dynamite. That's really interesting when I think about it. I totally forgot blast mine was even a thing on Zaya. I think people mainly do Motherlode and the volcanic mine on Fossil Island nowadays, and I guess granite mining still a thing as well. But blast mine apparently is still pretty good, but I think it's pretty click intensive. That's why I wasn't a huge fan of it when I first tried it out. So do any of you guys still use blast mine? And if you do, does this change help a lot? The names of fishing spots have actually been changed, which I find this one pretty cool. They are now more relevant to the method of fishing you use there. For example, net fishing spot has become big net fishing spot or small net fishing spot, so a bit more useful when you're trying to find the right fishing spot. Completing champion scrolls will now also reward you with a lamp of experience, which grants 10 times that of which you would normally be given from the challenge. You can claim this lamp from a chest that has been added to the Champions Guild basement. Players who have previously completed a champion scroll can obtain their unclaimed lamps from the same chest. So if you guys have ever done a champion scroll, you've done a lot, maybe you can actually go to that chest right now and get all of your unclaimed lamps and get some nice XP. If you guys haven't unlocked a music track and you want to unlock it, if you actually click the track now, it unlocks a hint and it will tell you which location the music track is unlocked in. Players may now immediately move after casting Bloom with the Silver Sickle, I believe. This has not increased the rate at which people can bloom and harvest Mortmire fungus. And finally, the final quality of life update for February is that the left click option for enchant jewelry tablets has been changed to use. There is some in other news as well, but really nothing too big. And finally, we have one final video down here about Jagex's My 5 Years hashtag that was going on. The old school team, or at least some of them, made videos about their 5 years at Jagex, or what they enjoyed about old school in the past 5 years. So you can check out those videos if you want as well, and just watch Mod Ash talk, which I'm sure some of you guys would love to do. But pretty much that's it for this week's updates for the final quality of life update of the month. Hopefully there are some really great updates coming out in the next few weeks. I really am praying for iOS mobile to come out, well, the beta, just because I really want to hopefully get into the beta and try it out for you guys. But I think demo mode is coming out next week as well, which should be really, really fun. But that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching this far into the video. I always appreciate everybody who watches really deep into my videos. I just want to quickly update you guys on a couple of things that are happening in the next couple of weeks. One, I do plan on having the next podcast out with Alkin. I get asked about this a lot. In the next couple of weeks or so, that actually will be released on his channel, so hopefully we can record that in the next week or two. Two, don't forget to join my clan chat, because it's an amazing place full of peace and love. And three, finally, this one's a bit more controversial maybe. I do plan on taking a couple of sponsorships in the next few weeks, so you guys are probably going to see that in a couple of videos. They are sponsorships that I do look into and research, something that I find respectable. But at this point, for me, it's something that I can't really pass up on, because I need to financially support myself in some way or another. And, with student loans and all these different payments coming in, I do need to accept some sponsorships to get paid and, you know, pay those things off. So hopefully you guys can respect and support that. And if any YouTuber at any point, unless it's something very scummy, obviously does accept a sponsorship, you know, support them, because they do generally may need the money and it does help them out a lot. So hopefully you guys can respect and support that, like I said. But thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you next time. Have a good one, and peace.
Wow.